Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to Hold the Ball HTB. You're probably wondering why I've got a zipper jacket that is hidden or hiding the jersey underneath. But basically, I'm going to reveal to you guys my pick for this upcoming Origin, and I'm only going to be doing one team because I don't see the point doing two teams. But I passionately follow this team and have been since 2004. And continue to through the thick and the thin, through the good and the bad. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Go the Blues! That's right, the Blues. That is my team that I represent. So I'm absolutely looking forward to this Origin series. I'll be giving you guys my views, my thoughts on it throughout the Origin period. And I'm giving you guys my team, and I understand the selection is today. Hey, whatever, better late than never. And I'm just going to give you guys my rundown of who I think deserves to be wearing that Blues jersey. And as you can see, I'm pumped and I'm ready to go. So if you're a Queensland fan, you're watching this, bring it on. All right, so for my fullbacks, I have basically James Tedesco, who I think has done well, has definitely put his hand up, even in a team with the Roosters where they haven't been their best. He's shown why he's the fullback. However, in saying that, I can equally mention Tom Trbojevic, who, to be fair, deserves it just as much as he does. But I understand that he is the go-to fullback and will, be better for it. Still gives Tom Trbojevic more ammo anyway. So James Tedesco for the fullback position. For the wings, I have Josh Adokar. And for the other wing, though I understand that Brian To'o has apparently been told that he's the starting winger, I've got To'o, Saab, or even Alex Johnston. So three of those guys there who I thought have performed well enough to put their hand up for that wing position. So it's good to see that the wingers in the game have been very rich for the Blues there. The centre pairing, I have one side is Latrell Mitchell or Stephen Crichton. But I think Latrell Mitchell deserves it purely because he's that, look, before his suspension, he was in hot form, he was ready, he was contending, he was the guy to go to, basically. After his suspension, look, yesterday he played okay in a winning game. Could have probably done better, but I just think that's just match fitness and all that stuff. But I think he's a gay guy of the Blues team, and what I mean by that is that can be sort of okay playing for club, but when he puts on that jersey, he's an animal and he's ready to go. So I've got Latrell Mitchell there and or Stephen Crichton, but Latrell Mitchell for me. I don't think you don't have him there. You just got to have him. And the other centre, no surprise there, Tom Trbojevic. I don't need to say much. You guys know, look at the stats, look at what he's doing, look at what he's delivering. He's playing a game against the Knights in which he'll have to hopefully put his hand up and play the best he can. There you go. For the half pairing, I've got Luai at the 5'8", or Walker, understanding that Walker does have the experience over him. However, Luai has been playing exceptionally well and deserves that crack at the Blues jersey to hopefully spur him on. So Luai for me, halfback, Cleary, full stop, no ifs, no buts, just look the way he's playing. Even in a game where Penrith looked a bit lost, even yesterday, there was still composure, there was still control, and eventually they got the wood over him, 30 points to 4. So again, Nathan Cleary has to be. For the hooker position here, it's very interesting. I've got either Damien Cook or Reece Robson. I reckon Reece Robson has shown glimpses of a spark or something there that can definitely ride the boys home. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he was named in the team. I think he can offer some stuff. So I've got those two there. For me personally, I'd have Robson ahead of Cook. I understand Cook has the experience. He's got the winning DNA. But Robson as well, younger, faster, has been instrumental in the Cowboys' recent form as of late. So, hey, it wouldn't hurt to look down his lane. And then for the props, Haas has apparently been cleared. So he'll be given a 10-day rest period and he'll be good to go. So there's no MCL ligament damage there. So he's ready to go. So that's good for us. I'd have Haas and Bolo as the starting props. Now for the second row, we're going to get a bit controversial here, but I've got Bangai Jr. as the second row. Now let me explain why. The reason why I have him there is I understand he has the brain snaps. I understand he can be ill-disciplined, but when he's on, he's good. but I'm thinking primarily for the hustle bustle of David Fifita when he runs off that ball. In that game where it was times against the Broncos, when the Broncos won, he manhandled him and he showed him why he should be the opposite person to him. If you give Bangai someone to target, he usually does a good job. However, when there's no one there to target, I think Bangai likes those games where he can see an opposition player he doesn't like or he wants to compete against. I think this is the time to put him. I understand, I get it, and look, there's a very high chance he probably won't get picked. But if you want to have someone physical to meet someone who's just as physical, Bangai's the guy. I'm just going to leave that there on the table. Now the second row is Isaiah Yeo. Look, captain of the Panthers, going so well today. 12 wins in a row for the Penrith Panthers. Isaiah Yeo has been instrumental, very good, powerful. I just think he misses out on the lock position. And the lock position is Jake Trbojevic, who has rebounded from a very lackluster start to the season and has proven and shown himself to be instrumental yet again and can carry this team home. And for the subs, I've got Gutherson, or if Fittler was daring and perhaps a bit brave, maybe even Josh Schuster from Manly. Great ball playing skills, big body, can play the second row or the 5'8". So, you know, these that utility role there, similar to Gutherson, who can play in the halves, who can play fullback and can play center. So, you know, bit of option there, you know, so that's a good thing there. Then you've got Cameron Murray, who's been back, and I think he played okay yesterday. More game time will help him, but I think you can't let him miss out. Didn't have the best Origin series, you know, literally I think came in the field for like 10 seconds, it was out, and that was it. So he'll be looking to make his mark in a must-win series. I've got here the reserve prop is Finucane. You cannot go past Finucane for the Storm. Has been good, solid, a good, tough all-rounder, can play a few positions as well. So I think he would get the spot. And then last but not least for 17, I've got down is Liam Martin, who's been a good solid player for the Penrith team, coming in as a sub and sometimes starting. But I think he has what it takes. He's improved, jumped in leaps and bounds as a player, and will offer, again, not only a good, strong defensive game, but a good attacking game as well. Cannot resist the Penrith team at the moment. Basically, they're hot form, so why wouldn't you pick some of their players, right? The 18th man for me, 18th man is either Whiten or Madison. It's controversial having Whiten on there, but I think he does enough to get the spot there, particularly when you got injuries, right, to consider there. And Madison as well, who's been playing okay, actually, considering. So he's come back from injury just recently, head knock. He's back, he's playing okay form. Probably him in the 18th as well, but yeah, we'll see what happens there. And obviously, granted, would have been a different team, but we've got Victor Radley and Angus Crichton, who have been rubbed out. Angus Crichton for one more game, and Radley for 5 games, which will rule him out, I believe, of the entire Origin series. And obviously these Pappenhausen and Little Puppy, who I think should be back by game 2. So we'll see how that goes there. But that's my squad. I'm ready and loaded for the announcement. Let's see what happens. But looking forward to the series. Tell me who you guys think will win. Who are you looking forward to the most? Are you Queensland? Are you New South Wales? Let's have a bit of banter. Let's have a bit of discussion. And look, just rounding it up, got a huge announcement. I will be watching the very first NARL match between Boston and Atlanta, and I'll be giving you guys a live reaction to what I'm seeing, basically. So just stay in tune for that. I think it's going to be American time, so it's going to be quite early in the morning. Heads up, feel free to watch. But till then, take it easy, guys, and just remember, hold the ball, up the Blues, let's go.